we are being invited to care for our physical vessels. We are being invited to step into a new level of embodiment, and that is essentially the third piece, but it's more complex than that. That's the third, I guess you could say, theme. Welcome to Activations with JJ, August 2024 monthly energy update. In today's episode, I will give you the details on all things energy themes for August. It's a very powerful month with the 8/8 portal, and we are getting ready to take a quantum leap as a collective. I cannot wait to share with you what these themes are and just spend a little time here in this little corner of the podcasting world. So let's dive right in. Yatariina ayasho, hello, greetings. Bringing all my galactic versions and different soul aspects wanting to come through today in this August 2024 monthly energy update. I cannot believe that I have been doing this now for 2 years minimum. I really started ramping up the energy update piece the beginning of 2022, but I vividly remember Lionsgate 2022, that same year. So really there are two big markers for activations with JJ, like huge timeline shifts. One was in the 2222 portal in February of 2022. The other one was the Lionsgate portal for 2022, and the third one was the 1111 portal for 2022. Just like huge events happened, like so much energy came forward, and that takes me to where I am today, which is, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Last month, right before the 7/7 portal, I hit 7.7 followers on Instagram. And my friends, listen. First of all, thank you to anybody who follows me on Instagram. I am so grateful for each and every one of you there. Secondly, like, is the universe sending messages or is the universe sending messages? And I know I'm not the only one. But you can just feel, I can feel the shift in the energy of my podcast. I can just, oh my goodness. Sometimes I can only say it in light language, but we have some fun topics to cover for today. As always, I want to remind you that these are the topics that I have tuned into that are connected to the frequency of the collective. You will have your own personal energy themes for August 2024, and some of them will overlap with mine. But I do encourage you to take some time and be intentional, and however you receive your intuitive messages, whether it's meditation in the shower at 5 a.m., just set the intention to bring those in. Again, some of them might be similar to mine, and this might actually like calibrate you for your personal messages. Either way, we are going to have fun, so bring your inner child today. We always want to bring our inner child everywhere now. That's the whole theme of one of my main topics for August is connected to children. But let's dive right in. Let's talk about what those topics are. So our very first topic is Galactic Children and starseed parenting. So I don't know if I want to call that one or two topics, but essentially it's all interwoven with each other. I was so privileged last month, and this isn't something I've actually shared a ton, but if you're part of Star Mothers Worldwide, you might have heard a little peek about this, a little snippet. We are forming a beautiful council of women, and I'm sure we could welcome men in there as well, but this is all around the idea of soul babies, galactic children, and starseed parenting. And I have a wonderful, wonderful sister. Her name is Janelle. She actually is here in LA, so I connected with her in person first. And she came forward along with some other people kind of around the same time. One of those being my dear friend Amber from New Zealand, who is under the Instagram handle Activating Your Stars and is a member of our Star Mothers Worldwide Global Council. But among the people that have come to me around this topic, those two kind of stand out. Janelle came forward and really was like a mover and a shaker. And she's like, let's do this. I was like, oh, here's a link. Book a chat with me. She booked that chat right away. And she was like, let's do this. Let's do this. And I could just feel it was so much on her heart to help and assist and support a couple of different demographics. Okay. So here's what we're dealing with in this topic. There are a few energies at play. First of all, we have the Galactic Children, which you know was a theme already in June, I believe. These Galactic Children are chomping at the bit. They're like, come on, let's get everything lined up. Some of them are meant to be incarnated on the planet, and that's related to what I'm going to talk about in a second. And some of them are just in our field, and they're not going to be incarnated, but they are very much present for many, 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 many of us. The idea with the ones that are wanting to be incarnated is these galactic children are inviting us to create more resources for the mothers, for the parents who will be raising them. Not only that, but those who will be physically carrying the babies and be in the pregnancy process here. So there's a calibration piece for the bodies. And there are so many beautiful souls part of this council. I'll actually share their info below so that you can start connecting with them. But they are all doing soul baby work. They're working through helping support through infertility, through calling in the soul babies. This is such a huge topic. And I know it's resonating with so many of you. I've actually connected with many of you who are wanting to bring these babies in and who don't currently have a partner. And that's why let's see, in June, it was divine partnerships. In July, it was divine masculine. And so here we are, like, it's all connected. But I feel such beautiful energy coming forward to support you no matter where you are in this journey. If you feel called to literally call in a soul baby into your personal physical womb, whether you are supporting these people in their journeys, all kinds of families, and no matter what they look like, we are really wanting to develop these resources. So I am actually calibrating you without any offerings yet. We have not fleshed out what those are going to be, but I want this theme to be on your radar, and I'm really feeling that energy. So this whole piece of literally helping these babies, these souls, I should say, get bodies. And what happens after that? Well, we end up with a bunch of children that are psychic, that can do some really incredible things, almost like superpowers. And we all know from the movies what that ends up turning out into for those kids. It's awkward. So the galactic children are like, listen, we won't feel safe coming here unless you have things in place to train the parents on how to raise us. So again, we have a whole team that we've called in. I, of course, have a little tiny bit of experience as a mother of 8 children, but there are so many people out there that have reached out to us to form part of this council, and more that can't wait to attend and partake in the offerings. But I want to just bring through a little bit of a message from the Galactic Children Collective regarding these efforts and regarding what wants to be anchored into our fields as we co-create a space for them to land in. They are so grateful. They are just first and foremost thankful that we are noticing them. They have been trying to get our attention for a while. And they understand that as we team up, we are able to accomplish more. This is a collective effort, they say. And they are encouraging us and reminding me of our theme from July of beginning to amplify our light language capabilities. So whatever you need to do to lean into spoken, written, or even body movement light language is going to calibrate your body, but also influence the collective for the arrival of these beautiful souls. They say we will look different. Our developmental stages will be different. So we will do things that are not found in textbooks. But we are pure vessels for unity consciousness, and it is our honor to co-create this new earth with you. Whew. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My friends, I am inviting you to hold a vision for beautiful community based on what I talked about, where we can meet both virtually and in person as families, with activities for children and parents, grid work excursions all across the world. This is what we are holding a vision for, a beautiful network, interconnected, led by a beautiful group of star mothers and star fathers. Yes, we're talking to you, fathers. Don't forget the fathers, the Galactic Children say. Don't forget the fathers. Amazing. So that is a huge theme for August. And I feel like I'm planting seeds in bringing this into your awareness. So whoosh, take a deep breath. We're going to transition into our other themes. I've been talking about this since July. This is one of the other themes. So this is the timeline convergence. This is a galactic convergence of energies. It's affecting the whole entire galaxy, well, and beyond, but what we can comprehend, it's affecting the galaxy. And what will take place physically at Mount Shasta between the various groups gathered there, that I know there are other people. Matthias DeStefano was in Shasta in July, I believe. There have been, Ruben Langdon's group was there in June, Matthias DeStefano in July. I can't name off the top of my head right now the other groups that are there, but you might know, and you can drop in the comment section if you're on YouTube right now, because my friends keep sending me posts from other people who are going to be at Mount Shasta around the same time, either before or after us. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a huge team effort. What's happening there? I have a beautiful friend, Audrey, who is under the Instagram name Polishing Marbles. And you heard her in my podcast recently with the Divine Masculine. But essentially, she brought through some beautiful information around this being a emerging timeline convergence with Golden Atlantis. We all know there was a timeline of destruction and cataclysm, also for Lemuria, but we're focusing mainly on Atlantis, which I think overlapped with Lemuria, depending on the books you read and on the people's channeled information. Let's just get the gist of it without going into all the nuts and bolts and details. But the main point that wants to come through is that we can be present at this occurrence on the 8-8 portal, physically or astrally, and we are calling in all light workers. I feel the Galactic Council of Light coming forward. That's who I channeled last month for our channeled message. We invite all. We invite all to arrive, all to come with their gifts in mass, in mass. The more, the merrier is what we say. And we understand that not all are able to come in their bodies, that they may need to travel there astrally. Why not have developed these gifts if not to use them for events such as this? So you need not experience FOMO, as you say, and you are able to witness these auspicious, powerful, historic moments in the journey and the evolution of Gaia. Oh, yes, you are. You are all able to co-create. This is JJ. I'm feeling a green energy coming forward to support us as we prepare for this galactic convergence that will radiate like, honestly, I see a nuclear explosion, but it's energetic, so don't worry. I do not see the apocalypse happening on Mount Shasta. I am being shown an energetic. Oh, I can't grasp the word for it. A convergence is the only word they're telling me of timelines, and we need to call in all Mayan timekeepers, all Pleiadian record keepers. The records have to be kept. Some of you are coming to Mount Shasta, and that's why, whether in person or astrally, we are being asked to document everything. At some point, all the records will be called in and compiled. We are being asked to record our individual experiences and somehow compile a book about 8/8/2024. 888. The 888. Oh, wow. I know I have more that's going to come through. I will do a special 8/8 transmission for you that will come out on my YouTube channel and on my podcast, so please keep an eye out for that. In addition, you know that the companion to this monthly energy update is a channeled message, okay? And so that will come out following this one. Maybe you're listening to this the day I published it. It will usually be out the following day. Make sure you listen to that. No matter when you are actually receiving this information, it could be December. No matter when you are listening to this, you are meant to listen to it. And there's no such thing as time and space. There's no such thing as time and space. You can time travel. You can visit this event. We are being invited to care for our physical vessels. We are being invited to step into a new level of embodiment, and that is essentially the third piece, but it's more complex than that. That's the third, I guess you could say, theme. So our first theme was kind of combined with the Galactic Children, the starseed parenting. Our second theme is this galactic timeline convergence, which is a repeat theme from July. Our third theme is embodiment, expanded embodiment of the frequencies that we brought in. This is connected to the two offerings that I'm still in the midst of. Some of you are in them. Remembering the way of the rose. We're activating the Isis Magdalene codes and lineage. And the second offering, you guys know, you've heard me talk about it, was the Restoring Golden Atlantis. So whether or not you participated in that, also physically or energetically, those frequencies are dropping into the collective. It's like a wave. We cannot stop it. And we are being invited to take what we received consciously or subconsciously with regards to the frequency of the rose and the golden Atlantean frequencies, the frequencies of the Great White Brotherhood, which is a huge theme for our Shasta conference as well. We're being invited to embody those to a deeper level and deeper layer. This is where the work of, for instance, the work of my friend Aowasi comes in. She is very much activating. Her gift is to activate at the cellular level. If you do not know her, I've shared a little bit about her. Feel free to just check out the details here of the notes of this podcast. You can see how to find her. But she has a lot of YouTube lives, Instagram lives, where she's bringing in a lot of really intense codes for embodiment and activation at the cellular level. Very dear sister, along with the other two that I co-created this Remembering the Way of the Rose with. I had Alex and Audrey by my side with Aowasi, and we had wow. We've already, it's not over yet technically, but like just reflecting on what we have done. Whoosh. It will be an on-demand offering later, so please know if you get the ping, maybe this wasn't the time for you to do it live. Embodiment. I want to invite you to take out a piece of paper if you have one, or just your notes on your phone. They're like, get them to write this down. It's dropping in right now. So what I am feeling right now is you are going to receive specific messages from your body, to be completely honest with you. and you are being invited to call in an expanded ability to experience the quantum realm in the cellular perspective, dimension, for longer periods of time. I know what this is about. This is connected to that ascension message I brought through that was actually in June. It was called Tools for Self-Calibration. Oh my gosh, this is so connected to that. Because here's the deal. We are being invited to go into our own quantum field, our own cellular fields. Our atomic fields, all of that. Words that are big that honestly, they're like, why don't you know more quantum physics? I'm like, I'm sorry. In this life, I didn't master that. I know my basics. I did physical science, and it was literally my least favorite class in college. It was one of those first classes that had like 1,000 people in an auditorium, and I did not do well in that class, by the way. So we're being invited to extend our ability to stay in the field of quantum energy for longer periods of time so we can activate ourselves at quantum levels. Listen to me. Did you hear what I said? We are being invited to activate ourselves. What's one of your biggest tools for that? Light language. Light language. There's a bunch of different offerings for light language. I've got an on-demand course. My friend Audrey has an on-demand course. My friend Teresa has the play circles. There are lots of other beautiful light workers offering light language courses, light language activation. I mean, share them in the comment section. We all need to just eat from the buffet of light language activation. Yes. It's our greatest tool. In addition to that, Gaia, being outside, get outside. Don't be in front of a screen as much. Okay, I want you to just take a deep breath, because this whole embodiment, like expanded embodiment, deepening our embodiment. Ooh, I like that. Deepening our embodiment practices, deepening our ability to embody at the quantum levels. That's it. Oh boy. I think it's very appropriate that we have these topics this month. I am going to break them into 4 though, just because at first I was like, do we have 4? Do we have 3? It's 4. The 4 is very in alignment for the 8-8 portal. Anyhow, I know I'm going to bring through some amazing activations for 8-8 portal. I feel my own personal channels have been expanding to serve you. And I could not do this without your ability to receive it. So I want to say thank you, because I want you to remember, remember, I am just a reflection of you. Now, you may have noticed I haven't talked too much about my offerings yet for this month. I really feel it's important for us to hone in on just the purity of what we said. Now, some of you might say, well, we know you're doing the 8-8, you're doing the 8-8 conference, right? Is that available to participate in? We are recording it, and it will be on demand. We're going to try to get it out as soon as we can, the key parts, the key sessions. So please be on the lookout for that. Other than that, I really want you to focus on the topics at large during the 8-8 transmission and update. I will be sharing with you what's on my heart and mind as far as containers, offerings, and opportunities for you to expand and grow in for the coming, like almost literally mid-August through September. One of the first ones is my light language course. It's a mentorship, so it's live. So this is different than my on-demand, my light language mentorship. Ooh, when I say that, I'm already feeling like, oh, this isn't going to be like any light language mentorship I've ever done before. I know it has to do with what I did in July, the one-on-one light language remembrance sessions. I know it does, because we're co-activating. Another theme for July, co-activating. Oh yeah, my light language mentorship is going to involve co-activation circles. Yes, it is. Okay. So much energy. Wow. All right, my friends, you heard the topics. We've got Galactic Children and Soul Babies. I'll treat that as one topic. Galactic Babies, starseed parenting, Galactic Timeline Convergence on the 8-8 portal, and deepening our embodiment. Tuck those away, sit with yourself, and decide what your topics and themes are for this month of August. And then I will see you when I see you. I'm sure I'll see you. I'm sure I'll co-create with you, whether in the astral or in the physical or in the virtual. And I want to remind you, dear, dear, beautiful friends, that I am sending you so much love. I have so much love for each and every one of you. And I'm reminding you that I am you, and you are me, and we are we. Until next time.